Okay guys, I lost phone storage, so we have a pause on the video, so this is a continuation on that. After we have inserted the yellow mastic tape, and we are now about to insert the control tube. Okay, that stress control tube will prevent the XLP wires from force or external force during handling. So any external handling, this stress control tube will help prevent the joints, the jointing splices that we have made or created, that will help in external forces from the outside. So that will be applied with heat now, and that will shrink. Okay, the heat will help in holding it to its surface area. So heat is applied, and it will shrink and hold the surface area of the insulation. So if any force from the outside, external force, that stress control tube will help us in combating the force exerted at the outside, external force. So it is just like a shock absorber, guys, that when car passes through a rough road, the chassis of the car will just bounce itself, and you will not notice any stresses inside the car. So the same way applies to a stress control tube, that somebody forces to force the cable on its relaxed state. You will try to stress the cable, the stress control tube will do the part. That's the function of the stress control tube. The next is we will apply a mastic tape. So this mastic tape, guys, see, number 5, and it will shrink down. It will shrink down starting at the bottom and working towards the core end. So that mastic tape will shrink down. The purpose is still to prevent contaminants. Okay? That mastic tape will also be affected by the heat to be applied on that when shrinkable tube is inserted in. Okay? So the name of that mastic tape, it's not shown here. The yellow mastic tape, and this one is the 5. What's 5?
Red mastic. It's another one.
red mastic tape.
Red mastic.
Okay. So if you look at it, guys, all mastic tapes will help cover the insulation from contaminants. Okay, that will help seal. See, that will help seal the cable away from moisture and away from leakage currents. Okay. So if a leakage current tried to go outside and forces itself, that will also be discharged through the expansion shield. And all these mastic tapes will also prevent them from penetrating anywhere. So a current surge or transient surges or transient currents or leakage currents or whatever currents induced will be sealed against coming out and going in. Okay. So besides that, it is secured by a
Red mastic.
tape and the high voltage tapes. That is not just an ordinary electrical tape we use at home.
High voltage.
It's a high voltage electrical tape. So these materials used, again, another mastic tapes for the rest of the cables. That's the red mastic tapes. The first ones are the yellow mastic tapes, which also shield the stress control tubes and the tape shields from each other. So these joints were sealed by the yellow mastic tapes and the red mastic tapes. So there are two separate barriers that will somehow stop any leakage currents or contaminants that are trying to enter the ends of the cable. Okay? And trying to go out of the cable. So, okay. So this is a sort of documenting the process, guys, for your additional knowledge and sort of a report that will be or that will serve as all of our references. Okay, and of course for information purposes. So if you notice, the same process applied to all the cables. Okay. And after this mastic tapes being applied. Uh, the lugs will be crimped and another insulation will be applied to the lugs itself. So this is for these masking tapes were applied at the semicon jointing sides going to the expansion shield, the tape shield. This is the part wherein any magnetic induction could occur and could be discharged through the expansion shield. Okay. So for now, lugs are inserted for that and ready for printing. Okay. Nandun sa itaas?
Nandun.
Okay. So now guys, we have a handheld portable crimping tool, hydraulic crimping tool, battery operated, and see, okay, that's how convenient it is to have a power tools, portable power tools to handle all these specialized job. Okay, and now the lugs are crimped to its proper crimping capacity or stresses or crimping properties. So the use of power tools, the right tools for the right job is highly advised to have a good or a quality workmanship. So that's part of the quality assurance. And right tools for the right job and the right person to do it. No or avoid using materials that are say quite suitable. It should be suitable, not just quite, but it should be suitable. The lugs should be suitable. That's the standard lugs. Any changes for that, just a slight changes, manipulation will do, but not that a replacement lug will satisfy the or replace any standards. So it should be the right materials fitting to the requirements of the termination or terminating activities. Sometimes we allow ourselves to put lugs from just to satisfy or just to complete the job. No, we have to buy lugs fitting for the job, not just we are satisfied with lugs coming from other sources or other so fitting lugs. Now the lugs, as you see, are taped with a red mastic tape again. So the purpose of that red mastic tape is to prevent any contaminants from the outside or the leakage current going out from the inside. So it's a form of a sealant. The sealant will provide containment to any external forces or internal forces that may contaminate the cable and that may compromise electrical safety, like leakage currents. See? We do not want the leakage current to go out from any part thereof, only at the point of connection. At the point of connection only, where the current should have a good contact. And the leakage currents, they cannot go anywhere else except through the point of contact, if ever. So that's a form of containing any moisture or any induced currents that may try to go out of the cables. See, after inserting the Raychem shrinkable tube, guys, we are now about to apply it with heat so that it will shrink itself and have a good surface contact to the cable. See, by using a blow torch. See, the blowtorch is equipped with the gas and the heat coming from that somehow under the control or under the feel of the exterminator. Okay, so the feel of applying heat is still under his feel. So you have to have the feel of doing it, because if not, it will just burn the shrinkable tube. Okay, so that will be applied to all the cables, same process, until such time that a good wrapping around the cable will be done, or will be wrapped itself with a proper and protective layer that will also help in containing the exterminants or the our target. It will help containing our target, that the internal leakage current will not come out. It will slowly be dissipated to any part of the cable, and it will stop itself from coming out, as well as the moisture from the outside from coming inside, from going inside. Okay, so these are the two objectives, or the two functions that all these sealants, all these protections are being applied to, in order that the cable will not experience surges of currents, leakage of currents created due to magnetic induction or through whatever kind of electrical properties or electrical characteristics that may occur inside. But usually it is caused by magnetic induction created when a current is passing through the cable. That's the leakage current generated. Nobody can control the current generated by the current passing through the cable. It is automatic. So that's our target, guys. We need to contain the electromagnetic induction current induced due to electromagnetic induction, which results to a leakage current. A leakage current is comparable to a water leak, a drop of water that is leaking in our faucets or in our pipelines. That's the same as to the ones that we are trying to contain. So we are controlling any leakage currents from coming out of the cable. Okay. So the last one will be the masking tape again. The red masking tapes to seal the ends, the end parts, both ends. Okay. Both ends of the shrinkable tubes. Besides, it is wrapped itself. Still, it will seal both ends. So if some external force tried to enter or try to come out from this portion, it will not pass through. It will just dissipate itself slowly until it loses its energy or power, until that will also be discharged through the expansion shield. Okay, so that's the purpose of that, guys. And all protection or protective materials that can be used or advised or suggested, it is expected to be applied in here. Okay. So we are near completion of the termination, guys, and I hope you've got some information from this video, and this will help in the practice of electrical engineering, and it might the application done here will be applied to other fields of protecting our electrical equipment, because the goal of our practice is more on electrical safety. Because if we preserve electrical safety, then we could preserve lives. See? So it's always, our concern is to protect electrical equipment and to protect lives. Safety for personnel and safety for equipment, electrical equipment. Because if not, it will be a loss. Our business will have a stoppage on its continuity of business. So this is a form of, though it's expensive, it's costly, but the way we handle electrical safety will also save lives, because we want safety in the field and we want to save lives. This will save, okay? This will prevent people from electrocution, okay? So I think we are almost finished, guys, and happy to create this video for your information and reference, and this will serve as our instructions to all electrical practitioners. Okay, so stay tuned, guys, for more updates on electrical safety and practices. And again, we would like to acknowledge the service of our high voltage terminator, Mr. Danilo Saino, and his assistant for now. Asan na ba yung isa mong kasama, sir, na nakaraan?
Si JR, sir.
Si JR, oh.
May tugtog, sir, eh. Singer yun, eh.
Ganun ba? Singer pala yun. Aba, match kami. Kumakanta rin kaya ako. Asan siya kumakanta? Pagka jamming kami. Okay? Yung kasama mo, ng pangalan?
Marlo.
Marlo, okay.
Marlo.
So guys, this is to recognize the presence of Danilo's assistant,
Okay.
Mr. Marlo. And
Finish.
sorry to cut this video short. And thank you for viewing and have a nice day. Bye for now. Bye-bye.